Good morning, everybody. Well, as you can see, I'm hanging in the yard here in Misery, just chilling a little bit. Anyway, we spent the day working. The weather has been fantastic. It is like 77 degrees out. It has definitely not been misery here the past few days, so we'll take it while we can get it. We don't get this weather till the winter in Florida, and then we still have the humidity. But anywho, so today's video, we're going back to talk more about the whole Harley Davidson situation, and just because I've been paying more attention to this, digging a little deeper, and watching some other videos and stuff on the whole Harley Davidson situation. And also, I asked the question 2 days ago, if you were the CEO of Harley Davidson, what would you change? I can tell you that the overwhelming, number one is I would get rid of the CEO and all of his policies. So the CEO there's a video out there where he basically calls himself the Taliban of Harley Davidson. Now, somebody commented on my video yesterday and said that that is a term used, I guess, over in Europe, and it doesn't reference the actual Taliban, but it has a less, what do I want to say, a less purposeful meaning than that. So they use it regularly in Europe. And I don't know whether they do or not. My response to that guy was, well, that tells you how far out of touch this CEO is with his consumers. Because I know that we've lost a lot of Americans and spent a lot of time fighting the Taliban. So for you to come into an American company and say that you are the Taliban of Harley Davidson, we have a lot of veterans. We have a lot of patriots that ride Harley Davidsons. And for you to say that just shows me that you have zero connection with the people that buy your motorcycles. That being said, I think the only way that Harley comes out of this any good is the CEO's got to go. Some of his board members probably need to go too. None of them look like they fit at Harley Davidson. And that same video, the CEO was talking about the reason he took the job at Harley Davidson was to change the culture and basically change what Harley Davidson is. The American icon that's been around for 120 years. This guy comes over and wants to change it from the inside out. He literally said it on video that is his goal. So I did a video a couple days ago and people were like, well, where did you come up with that crazy idea? I said that what if the CEO's entire plan was to tank Harley Davidson? And a lot of you thought that was pretty far-fetched. The more I look into this, the more I feel like that's very possible. He may want to destroy what Harley is, what Harley stands for. He wants to completely change it from what it's always been to whatever he envisions it being. A kinder, gentler, all-inclusive Harley Davidson. And look, I have no problem with the inclusion, but I definitely feel like you give the job to the people that earn it, not the job just because of sexual orientation, race, any of that. I don't think that is how jobs should be given out. And you also want the best people possible doing the job, right? So I do not agree with that policy whatsoever. But anyway, back to the whole Harley Davidson thing. I'm never going to buy new bikes. I've told you that 1,000 times on here. But if this goes really bad, let's say Harley Davidson goes away, and I don't want that to happen. I want Harley to survive and thrive. One of the big reasons is we have to be careful what we wish for, because a lot of people are wishing for the demise of Harley Davidson. Well, with the demise of Harley Davidson comes the demise of thousands of jobs. Not just the jobs at Harley corporate, but now you have all of these dealerships. Last time I checked, there was 700 some dealerships in the United States. Think if each one of those employs 10 people. Now, many dealerships employ way more than 10 people, but just imagine how many people that is that are without jobs. So we have to be super careful for what we wish for. But I mean, the truth of the matter is, if Harley went away tomorrow, there are about 10 million motorcycle licenses in the United States from the research that I've done. So I know that Harley makes anywhere from 150 to 200,000 motorcycles a year. So there are plenty of motorcycles, plenty of Harley Davidsons out there if they were to go away, because I would keep riding my Harley Davidson. You know, a lot of people are like, you know, you need to get rid of your bike because they're a woke company. Well, my bike is 20 years old. It was around before anybody ever even thought of woke and what it is. But I ride a Harley Davidson because I love my motorcycle. Like, I love the feel, I love the sound, I love the whole package. I love the look, something about it that I absolutely love. I've owned Hondas, I've owned Yamahas, I've owned them all. And I liked every one of them, but I've never liked any of them as much as I like my Harley Davidson. So whether they're here, gone, whatever they do, I will be on a Harley Davidson. Now, that doesn't mean I have to support the company. I don't have to buy their gear. I don't have to buy parts from them. The beauty of Harley Davidson is they have a huge aftermarket parts following. There are parts everywhere for these motorcycles. You don't have to buy parts from Harley Davidson. As a matter of fact, a lot of the parts you buy that aren't Harley Davidson are better than the parts that Harley Davidson makes. So I can literally ride my bike and never support Harley Davidson again in my life. I hope that isn't the case. But in order to get rid of the CEO, they're going to have to feel the pain, the sting. Their sales are going to have to go down. There's going to have to be something that motivates all the board members to get rid of the CEO. And unfortunately, that's going to hurt the company. May have to go backwards to go forwards type of thing. But they did that letter. They posted on X the other day with I wouldn't call it an apology. It was more of a Band-Aid. A brand-aid. It was a brand-aid. So it was Harley Davidson trying to save their brand by putting a brand-aid out there to try to calm some people down. And you know what? It worked. It calmed a lot of people down. But the truth of the matter is, as long as that CEO is there, things aren't going to change. He still has the same agenda. He still has the same goal. He just knows he has to go about it a different way so that we don't know he's doing it and don't basically fight what he's doing till it's too late, right? Isn't that the way it works? You put a Trojan horse in the war, you want the Trojan horse in the city and everybody unaware until it's too late. Well, I think that's exactly what he's doing. They just retreated by putting this letter out that lets them retreat, regroup, replan, and come at us another way. And I'm out. So until the CEO of Harley Davidson is gone, I am not a fan of the current day Harley Davidson. But I'm still going to be a Harley guy. Their bikes are like none other, and they're what I like. So I'm going to keep riding them. Anyway, what do you guys think? Is that our only way out of this mess? Put it in the comments below. And I'm going to call it a wrap for today. This weekend we're going floating with the kids. That should be a good time. Of course, mid-September, like I keep telling you every day, we're headed to Lake of the Ozarks, to the Bike Fest. That Saturday we have a ride to lunch. Come join us. Reach out on here, on any of our social medias. We can give you all the details. Go to sportbikers.com. All our events are on there as well if you want to come hang out with one of our events. Otherwise, we'll see you guys tomorrow.